Hey everyone, my name is Tori and today is going to be my October empties. So all the products that I used up in the month of October. So the day I'm filming this is actually October 29th, so Halloween is this Wednesday and I'm so excited. I love Halloween, I love fall. It's just a fun time. It's just a really, really fun time. Mostly because I love Hocus Pocus. I mean, clearly. It's one of my all-time favorite movies, just in general, like, year-round. I would watch Hocus Pocus all the time. I've tried to, like, strictly only watch it during the month of October, but it's very hard to have self-control sometimes. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. So my first product in here, I'm not going to go in any particular order. I'll try to group it, but so first product in here is actually my boyfriend shower gel. This is the fragrance Whitewater Rush. I got this for him at Bath & Body Works. Smells really nice. It's very fresh and clean and definitely manly, if you will, like very cologne-y. Masculine scent inspired by the endless adventure of the great outdoors, which doesn't really tell me anything, but it's very fresh and it smells like a cologne. So I really like this. It smells really good on him, so I'll probably get him another one if it's not discontinued. The next thing I have in here is a package of the Pacifica Natural Body Care Underarm Deodorant Wipes. So this is, I don't think you use this in place of deodorant. I think this is more of like a product that you would use to freshen up. I don't know if you can use it on other parts of your body. I mean, it specifically says underarm, but I don't know if other people use it in other places. But anyway, I use this just to freshen up, as it might suggest. I keep these in my my work bag, so I use them at work all the time, and that's what I like them for. I have two dry shampoos in here. They're both the same. They're by Batiste, and they're both in the tropical exotic flavor. So they basically smell like flavor? So they basically smell like coconut. Basically, they do. They smell like coconut. Coconut and exotic tropical. Yeah. Not much to say. This is my favorite dry shampoo. I talk about it all the time. Does what I need it to do, and it smells really, really good. Another shower gel in here. This is by Bath & Body Works, and this is in the fragrance Pink Chiffon. The gel in this is pink. It's like a light pink color, as the name would suggest. And it has pear, jasmine, vanilla, orchid, chiffon, musk. So very, a very girly, feminine, fresh, sweet scent. I really like this. This is actually not a fragrance I would have normally selected, but I don't know. I don't know. I really liked it. It's just I smelled it one time and I decided to try it out, and I'm glad that I did. I think I would definitely use it again. Next in here is another Bath & Body Works product. Of course, this is the Marshmallow Pumpkin Latte Travel Size Body Cream. Now, I got the travel size because sometimes in the seasonal products, and I don't know, I wanted to try something where, you know, sometimes the seasonal products will come out and I want to buy a whole set, like a full size of the entire set. And I don't ever go through it in the season. And then I'll, you know, feel like I have to either use it into the Christmas season when I want to be using other things, or then I like put it on hold and then save it for the next year. And that's just too extra, you know. I don't need that. So I like this scent a lot, and I just wanted a little bit of it. Pumpkin Latte Toasted Marshmallow Creamy Sandalwood Praline Musk. So it is a very musky fragrance, but it's sweet. It's good. I almost would say this might be kind of a unisex scent. It is to me, but it smells really nice. It smells good on my skin. It smells a little more sweet, but I really enjoy this, and I would buy a full size. I probably will next year around this time. The next thing I have in here, I have two hand soaps. These are both the foaming hand soaps from Bath & Body Works. One is in the fragrance Coconut Pumpkin Latte, and the other one is Winter White Woods. The Coconut Pumpkin Latte is coconut froth, caramel, apple, and brown sugar, so it's very sweet and coconutty. And the other one is birch, balsam fir, snowy marshmallow. So it's kind of a sweet tree. I don't know. It's more of a masculine fragrance, I would say. And this one's definitely, the coconut one is more sweet. Coconut Pumpkin Latte is one of my favorite fragrances that they come out with during the fall. I got this one last year, I think. This is last year's packaging. Goes to show you, I bought too many of them as usual and had a bunch left over. So I'm going through those. And this Winter Whitewoods, I don't think I would repurchase it because I liked it, but I didn't love it. My next thing in here, of course, we have the Yes to Cucumbers Soothing Hypoallergenic Hypoallergenic facial wipes, and these are just makeup wipes. These are my favorite because they have the little plastic door and it keeps the wipes moist. My next thing here is deodorant. This is the Lavanilla Fresh Vanilla Lemon, the healthy deodorant. And yeah, the fragrance is vanilla lemon. They have a bunch of different fragrances. This is my favorite one that I've tried from them besides for the vanilla blackberry, but vanilla blackberry only came in a travel size over the holidays one time and I haven't seen it since. Vanilla coconut one is also pretty good, but vanilla lemon is my favorite, and it just smells so fresh and so clean, and it just smells good. It's a great smell. I would not consider myself an expert on natural deodorants. I've only tried a few, but I found one that I liked early on, and this is the one that I keep going back to and repurchasing. So I'm actually currently using a new one. So yeah, I would definitely repurchase this. Have repurchased this. My next one is Aussie 3-Minute Miracle Moist 3 times moisture in 3 minutes. So this is basically a leave-in conditioner, or like a hair mask. This is only a couple dollars, and I bought this I think at Target. You can probably get it at the drugstore. I really, really like this. It smells really good, and it makes my hair so soft. I don't understand, I don't understand how, and I don't know if all the ingredients are good for your hair. I don't know, but I really, really love this like leave-in conditioner hair mask situation. Alright, so my battery just died and I just replaced it with a new one, so if it looks different or whatever, that's why. The next product that I had in here was a candle, and this is the 3-wick candle from Bath & Body Works in the fragrance Pumpkin Cupcake. And this is the packaging from their fall candles from this year. It has the little silver pumpkins on the top. And this is whipped buttercream, Madagascar vanilla, pumpkin spice, freshly baked cupcake. And this actually isn't burnt all the way through. You can kind of see it still here, but it started to smell really, really smoky. Yeah, like the smoky version of itself. You know, when it gets towards the bottom and it starts kind of like, it's time to go. This is one of my favorite fragrances of all time ever from Bath & Body Works. I love anything that smells like a freshly baked something. Especially cupcakes and vanilla and whipped cream and just goodies like that. So I love pumpkin cupcake, especially in the fall. I'm burning one right now. It's just, I love this candle. It's really, really nice, and it's not too overpowering. So next, on to some skincare. I have something that I've had probably for a little too long. This is a toner by the brand Korres. I'm not sure how they pronounce that. And what's so funny is this is a Greek brand, and it always says made in Greece. I'm like, hell yeah, well, made in Greece, like how cool, you know. But then like I went to Greece and like I saw this like in their drugstores. They had this brand like in the drugstore aisle. It was so cool. I thought it was really cool. This is the Pomegranate Grenade, I don't know, toner. This is for oily combination skin. I mean, it has alcohol in it. Okay, so let's get that out of the way. The first ingredient, or the second ingredient, is alcohol. So I was kind of like, should I be using this? But every time, I mean, it didn't irritate my skin. And that's probably, I think the only reason I wouldn't repurchase it is because the second ingredient is alcohol. And I don't necessarily think that's the best ingredient for your skin. But then again, I used this whole thing and it was fine. I don't know. And I think I would repurchase it because I think it was a good product. I would use it in the morning to, if I didn't want to fully wash my face, I would just put it on a cotton pad and just wipe my face down and be good to go. It gets everything off. So, I don't know. That's why I'm on the fence about repurchasing it. I do think it's a great product. I really want to try other products from this brand. I've tried a moisturizer from here, and it's actually in the Pomegranate line as well, and I think I've repurchased that. I may have gone through like 2 of those, and I really liked that. So there's a couple other things I want to try from the brand, but in terms of the toner, I might not repurchase it just because of the alcohol, but I did really like it. I did really like it when I was using it. And it smells good. It doesn't smell like alcohol. It smells like a pomegranate cocktail, honestly. Next up is a setting spray, and this is the Urban Decay De-Slick Makeup Setting Spray, and it's for oil control. This is my favorite makeup setting spray that I use like to set my makeup when I'm done with it. At the very end is like a final step. And I've probably had this a little too long, but only because it's such a big bottle and I feel like it takes a while to go through. But I use it every single day. I just do a few sprays when I'm done with my makeup, and I do feel like it completely works. I do notice a difference in the amount of shine. I notice a difference in the longevity of my makeup. And I notice when I forget it. So I really do love this product. Next, I have a brow pencil. This is not that interesting because I use the same thing all the time. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz, and mine is in the shade Taupe. It has a spoolie on one side, and it has the really tiny precision pencil on the other. It's a twist up, so you don't have to worry about sharpening it. I really like skinny micro pencils for my brows because I'm less likely to mess them up. Next I have, oops. I meant to say this one next, whatever. This is by the brand Drunk Elephant, and this is the C-Tango Multivitamin Eye Cream. This was expensive. I think it was, I don't know. I'm not even going to guess because I don't remember, but it was pretty expensive eye cream. I do think that Drunk Elephant is an excellent skincare brand. I think that their ingredients are awesome. Their whole mission, just the company as a whole and the way they feel about skincare and how they make their products is really great. And I really like that. And I do think that is in the price that you pay. I think this is a great eye cream. I don't necessarily think that you have to have it, only because it's so expensive, and I feel like you can find something that's maybe half the price that could work just as well for you. Next, I have a foundation. This is the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Color Correcting Full Coverage Cream Anti blah 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 SPF 50, all the words. Mine is in the shade Fair. When I first tried this, I actually really didn't like it. It's kind of a dewy-ish finish, and it smells weird. It kind of smells, to me, it smells like insect repellent, or like one of those the candles that repel mosquitoes, citronella. That's what it smells like to me. So, or like bug spray, I don't know. So when I put it on my skin, I was just like, I just couldn't, the smell was just weird to me, and everyone's like, oh, it's a fresh lemon smell, it smells great. I don't get that vibe from it. But I really do love the coverage that it gives. I love the finish, surprisingly. When I pair it with like a mattifying primer and powder, I think it works perfectly fine for me, and I have like combo oily skin. Yeah, I would definitely repurchase this. I love that it has SPF 50 in it. I do find that I have to set it. If I don't set it, it's going to slip and slide all over my face. But I do really like it. I like how it applies. I feel like it is very hydrating. I feel like my skin was happy underneath the foundation. Like, it wasn't really heavy. It didn't break me out. So this is definitely a foundation I would recommend. Maybe not if you're super oily, but if you're like oily combo, you could probably make this work for you. Next thing in here is a pressed powder, and this is by the brand Maybelline, and this is the Super Stay Better Skin. I think it's a pressed foundation, actually. Skin transforming powder. It has salicylic acid in it, and mine is in the shade 1 Porcelain. And actually, I think this powder is kind of dark for being the lightest shade. It does have a really nice huge mirror inside of it. It has a little sponge thing on one side and the powder on the other. It looks like I use a sponge a lot. I really don't. I use it to touch up. So I'll take this with me in my purse and or my work bag or whatever, and I'll use it on the go, like to touch up throughout the day. So that's what that sponge I think is very useful for. But to apply it, I use a brush. And the reason I put it in my empties, and there's still some left, is usually when it gets to this point, I will then put it in my bag, or I'll leave it in my desk at work, because I find that I'll use it more there, and I'll just use the edges to touch up instead of trying to use the whole thing on my whole face, because I'm definitely like, if I can't swirl my brush in it, then I don't want to use it. So it's more useful to me to be able to just dip the sponge into the smaller parts of it, if that makes sense. And I can touch up with it and use it up that way than trying to like swirl and get it on my face. I really enjoy this powder. I don't necessarily think it like clears my skin, but it doesn't break me out. So that's good. I would recommend this. I've repurchased this a few times, and I'll probably repurchase again at some point. Next thing here, I somehow have 3 mascaras. Couldn't tell you how that happened. Two of them are the same. This is the Maybelline Lash Sensational Full Fan Effect Mascara. They're probably both in the shade, the blackish shade. And then the Voluminous L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise. And probably sick of seeing these. I feel like I have the same few staple products in each Empties because I know what I like, you know, and until something new comes along that replaces that, I go back to the same things. I'm definitely a creature of habit in that way. But yeah, I love these mascaras, especially layered. I use the L'Oreal first and then the Maybelline on top, and that's my favorite way to do my lashes, and it has been for a really long time. I also still use the L'Oreal Voluminous one, just the regular original Voluminous. I still think that's really great, and that's the one that I'm actually using right now, and it's a little bit cheaper than the Lash Paradise. Don't know why. My next product in here is a Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and this is in the shade Light Sand. And I've actually used a shade, I think, lighter than this, and it was surprisingly a touch too light, which usually never happens for me. Sometimes it's hard to find a shade that's light enough and also has the right undertone to it. And I feel like, for me, I know a lot of people get concealer that's a little bit lighter than the skin tone to use underneath their eyes and to highlight, but I'm just more like, I want the concealer to be the same color as my skin, because if I have blemishes or need to conceal in other areas of my face, I want to be able to use the same concealer. So for me, if I use it under my eyes and then like other areas of my face to conceal, I'll use a powder to brighten. So I don't really use concealer to brighten. I use concealer to conceal. Anyway, this is my favorite concealer ever, and I really didn't want to repurchase it because it's really expensive. I mean, the only upside though is that it did last me a super long time, and honestly, if I wanted to get like very intense, I could pull the stopper out and I could use this more. I'm just, once the stopper's out, I feel like it's just, I don't know, that seems really messy and really intense to me, and I think that's great for people who do that. That's just not my journey. So I'm definitely the person that once it gets really hard to use and you're not getting product out on the wand, I'm pretty much, I'm done with it. So I do feel like I was able to use a lot, and this lasted me a really long time, and I've already repurchased it because it went on sale for like $13, $14, $15, something like that. So I was able to repurchase it at a price that I felt much better about. So I really feel like I'm really going to get my money's worth because it was cheaper. So that's all I have for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.